Does buying in bulk save money? The answer is yes, buying in bulk does save money. But the real question that you should be asking yourself is, does buying in bulk make sense in my situation? Buying in bulk is a common generic piece of advice that a poorly written personal finance listicle gives for saving money. The writer assumes that everyone is in the same financial situation. But the truth is, we're all in a different place in our life. And therefore, we need to be able to critically think and discern and make the right decisions for our own situation. So if you're new here, hi guys, my name is Annie Margarita Yang, and please subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications every time I publish a new video. My channel is all about teaching you guys how to critically think and how to make the right decisions for yourself, because personal finance is personal. I'm not here to just spoon feed you guys financial products and services. I truly believe you guys need to learn how to approach decision making. So that's what my channel is all about. So please subscribe for more videos. So in what situations does buying in bulk not make any sense? Well, it doesn't make any sense when you're single. If you're single and you still want to buy in bulk, then I recommend that you split the annual cost of the membership with another single friend to save money. It also doesn't make any sense if you live in a large city and you don't own a car. The amount of money that you would save buying in bulk is nothing compared to not owning a car and taking public transportation everywhere instead. It doesn't make any sense because if you did buy in bulk from, let's say, Costco, how are you going to transport the stuff from the store to your home? Sure, you can always ask a kind friend if they could drive you to Costco or whatever, but this can't be something that's recurring. I would say I wouldn't want to take advantage of someone else's kindness, so I would only do this once a year. Buying in bulk also doesn't work for you if you're earning a low income. If you're earning a low income, then my advice to you is to rent the cheapest room in a 4 or 5 bedroom apartment and to have roommates. So if you're renting the cheapest room, usually that means you're renting the smallest room. And if you're doing that, then that means you really don't have all this extra storage space to store the stuff you want to buy in bulk. Which is fine, because you know what? The amount of money that you would save buying in bulk is very minuscule compared to the amount of money you would save on housing every single month. If you're making a low income and you live in an area where a low rent can get you a large amount of space, I still don't recommend it for you. The reason why is because it would tie up your cash flow. So I remember back when I was single and earning a very low wage, my budget, so I would dedicate $25 every 4 weeks in my budget toward household essentials. So sure, I could spend $20 on, a bulk amount of toilet paper, and it would last me for an entire year, but that would leave me only $5 left for the rest of the 4 weeks to spend on other household essentials, which really is not enough money for me. So what I did instead was, because I lived 2 blocks away from a dollar store, I would walk over to the dollar store and I would pay 75 cents plus tax on a single roll of Scott's single ply toilet paper. And I would only buy 1 roll at a time. And, this requires a lot of planning ahead because you don't want to run out of toilet paper. But, when I saw that I was close to running out of toilet paper, I would just go and buy another roll. Because doing that meant that I would have $24 left in my budget toward other things. And, I think it's more important for you guys to hold on to your cash than it is to store the value of your cash in stuff, because stuff is going to depreciate in value very quickly. And you never know when something might come up where you do need the cash. So where, your budget is tight, money is tight, sometimes it just doesn't make sense to buy in bulk for you. Even after I got married and my husband was in grad school and I was working at Domino's Pizza, our combined income as a couple, we were still low income, but still I had more spending power because we combined our money together. So I had more spending power than when I was single, of course. But even in that situation, I did not buy in bulk. What I would do is I would head over to Walmart, and that's where I bought my household essentials from. Every time I had to buy something, I had to calculate the price per unit just to make sure I was always getting the best deal, no matter what. And I'm going to discuss more of that later in this video. Even if none of these situations apply to you and you're in the middle class, the fact is most people in the middle class are living paycheck to paycheck. And most people do not pay off their credit card balances in full when the statement balance is due. So any money you save buying in bulk is totally obliterated from the absurdly high interest rate that you pay on your credit card. So I want you to think twice if you're someone in this kind of situation. So if you're in this situation, it might be better for you to just use my Walmart strategy of just calculating the price per unit, or just shopping from the dollar store and buying only the amount that you need so that you have more cash to quickly pay off your debts. After all this, if you still want to buy in bulk, then here are the rules I would follow. 1. Do not buy perishable foods in bulk. The food would go to waste way too quickly. I would only do it if you had a really large family or if you were throwing a party. Even if you still want to do this, the thing is, when you have an abundance of food, psychologically, you're just more generous with your portion size and you feel like you can eat more of it. So while it's good for your wallet, it's not necessarily good for your waistline if you're on a diet. Rule number 2, stick to buying in bulk the household items you know for sure that you will use. So go through your home and make an inventory and keep track of your consumption rate. It would only make sense to buy in bulk the things that you know will turn over fast. So things that you know will turn over in, let's say, less than 1 year. So for example, I use 1 trash bag per week. So it makes sense for me to buy trash bags in bulk. But Mr. Clean, I bought a bottle of Mr. Clean 3 years ago and I still have that bottle. It might have made more sense for me to just buy a small spray bottle instead of buying that one in bulk. Rule number 3, don't just buy the largest package and assume that the largest package has the lowest price per unit. It could very well be that a smaller package that has a coupon or discount applied can have a lower price per unit compared to the larger package. So in this kind of scenario, the smaller package actually is a better deal for you than the larger package. So always make sure to do your math and do the comparisons before you buy. Rule number 4, when it comes to units, you're gonna have to compare apples to apples. So for example, let's say you're buying toilet paper. Well, you can't just say this package has 12 rolls of toilet paper and this package has 6 rolls of toilet paper. So therefore, each roll is X. You can't do that. That's like comparing apples and oranges because each roll can have a different amount of toilet paper on there. So really, what you should be comparing when it comes to toilet paper and paper towels should be the square footage that's listed on the package. When it comes to containers of liquid, you should be comparing the fluid ounce and so on. So make sure that whatever you're comparing, you're actually comparing the proper unit for the measurement. Rule number 5, keep a price book. So can you really assume that Costco wholesale has a lower price per unit on a particular item compared to, let's say, Walmart? You don't really know unless you kept track of the prices and you knew what the price per unit was for each of them at the stores. So you should keep a price book every time you go shopping so that you can compare each store's prices before you buy. Because unless you really did the math for yourself, you don't really know. Alright guys, that's everything you need to know about saving money by buying in bulk. Let me know in the comments below, what are the items you typically buy in bulk to save money? As always, the information on my channel is free for you, so if you want to support my channel financially, I highly encourage you to head over to Amazon and buy my book, 1001 Ways to Save Money, Quit Flushing Your Hard-Earned Money Down the Toilet. And if you already bought the book, I would kindly appreciate it if you just took some time out of your day to leave me a review. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe, hit the bell icon, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.